everyone, welcome to another awesome interview. Today we're interviewing Dorothy Fahn. Hi, how have you been today?
I'm good. It's been really sunny today.
Yeah, so if I knew it was going to be this sunny, the wig is really not helping out right now. I'm sweating, it's itchy, I'm tired, I have to carry this big, huge scythe. But okay, it's all in the name of cosplay, all in the name of having fun, so that's pretty cool. How is it you got into the voiceover industry?
Okay, this is an interesting question because the normal way people do that is they take acting classes and voiceover classes, and then they make a demo, and then they find an agent, and then that's how they get sent out and they start booking jobs, and that's how they start doing it. Me and my husband Tom Fahn, we started back in the 90s, back in like the early days of anime, before it became this huge thing, and we were just actors. At the time, we were stage actors, we were commercial actors, that we didn't even consider voice acting. It wasn't that big a deal back then. But somebody that was working where my husband was working said, "Oh, you guys, I'm doing this thing. It's a cartoon from Japan, and they need American actors to do it in English. Do you think you want to do that? Would that be interesting? And your wife's an actor too, and your whole family, right? And Steve, the guy that works here too, you want to do it?" That was Steve Bloom. That is how I got started doing voiceover. It was completely by accident. If he didn't ask that question, I would still be just doing other stuff.
So one question changed that course of your life, right?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, right?
That's true. So how did you find that? I mean, after years of doing some anime and stuff like that, how is that going for you?
Well, now it's great. I mean, there's a lot more work. There are like thousands of anime titles, but it's spread out more, and there are thousands of more voice actors now. So, you know, there's a lot more variety. There's a lot more, I don't want to say competition, but there are so many other people to choose from for all the different roles. I end up getting typecast as moms, which is not a problem. Moms and teachers I tend to play a lot of. But yeah, it's huge now, whereas before it was like this tiny little blip.
What was your very first role in anime?
Okay, you know what? I don't remember the exact first one, but the first series that I really had a good part on, that I remember vividly, was Super Dimension Century Orgus. Okay, I played Shia on that. She was like the mother figure, right, for all these characters, and it was a strange experience because now you go in to a studio and it's all soundproofed, and the guy's on Pro Tools, and you get the 3 beeps, and then you come in and you do, and so it's like really perfected. And if you're off a tiny bit, it's okay because Pro Tools can move it this way, that way, whatever. Blah, blah. So we're recording Orgus. There's no soundproofing. There's no 3 beeps. They show you it once. You got to watch the time code and the mouth. So then when they go, okay, we're going to record now, you just got to be ready, watch it, and you go, and you hope that you hit it. It was like prehistoric ages of anime. It was so hard to record that, but it was fun.
So you literally had to aim it at the right time, at the exact right time to match the lip flaps, right?
Yeah, there were no beeps to tell me when to start. We just had to go for it.
So for those who have no idea what beeps mean, she's referring to the beeps you would hear in the audio booth when you're recording the show. You would hear it on your headphones, and then after the 3rd beep, you'd say your line, correct?
Right, because they line it up electronically so that on the imaginary 4th beep, that's when you start. That's when the mouth opens and you can start saying the lines. It goes beep, 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 start talking. We had no beeps. It was just like, okay.
Let's go to your role as Lilymon and Rosemon.
Okay, Lilymon, when Digimon was starting out, when it came to America and they were going to dub it into English, we had auditions, and they had all the roles out on the table, and you could pick. Usually, like your agent or whoever's running it will hand you the stuff they want you to audition for, but we got to pick. So I'm like, oh, I like this one, this looks good, and this looks good. And I ended up getting Lilymon, which I loved, and I ended up having a really great time doing it. Flower Cannon! But somebody asked me at a convention, is there a part on Digimon that you would have wanted when you auditioned that wasn't Lilymon? And I really wanted Gatomon in the beginning. That's the part that I wanted to play. But in a way, it's okay, because I got to do Lilymon, and then I got to do, you know, the Digivolution to Rosemon, right? She's Rosemon. She sounded like she drinks. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. And I'm still losing my voice. But then, I don't know which one it was, Digimon Tamers or something, where I actually got to do Lilymon and Lilymon and Sunflamon and Rosemon. I did like this whole evolution, this whole Digivolution of Mons, and it was great. It was so fun to be able to do all that, because so often it's just the character and then another actor does the Digivolution.
So, staying on the topic of Digimon, your husband has also played a part in Digimon. Care to elaborate?
Yes, my husband is Agumon, and Agumon is like the fan favorite of all time. Oh my God. Yeah, we got Lilymon here and Agumon. Oh, Agumon! Oh, he's the greatest thing ever! Yeah, I know. No, but he's terrific.
The spokesman of Digimon.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and he's in the Tri movies also, of course. And they brought back Joshua Seth also to play Tai, which is great.
For so many years.
Because I can't imagine anyone else playing that part.
There's a new movie coming out. I don't know if you're aware. Are you going to be? Do you know if you're going to be part of it or?
I assume so, but you know, I don't know until they call me and say, okay, you got to come in and do a session for Digimon.
All up to the casting director.
Yeah, exactly. If my character from before is in it, if Tai's mom is in it, if Lilymon, Rosemon, whoever is in it, then yeah, they'll call me in. But if they're not in this movie, then they might call me in to do like Walla or small little parts.
Or who knows? Maybe you'll do a different Mon.
I don't know about that. No, they'll have you come in and be like people in terror, you know, right. Or whatever.
Lip groups.
Yeah.
Danganronpa, is that how you pronounce it?
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. I have no idea how you pronounce that series, but it. Going on to that series, let's talk about your role as Chihiro Fujisaki in that series, and how is it that you got that role?
Yeah. Well, okay, Chihiro. They sent me the audition. Now, that's what they do now. They email you the auditions they want you to read for, and then you record an MP3 at home, and then you just email it back to them. And so they sent me the audition, and I got the picture, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a cute little girl. And so I'm looking at the dialogue, and I'm thinking, oh, she probably sounds like this or something. She looks so cute. And then I read that she's, spoiler alert, a boy. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to change this up a little bit. She can't be little. You gotta have some kind of boy quality in there. So, you know what I mean? She has to fool them. He has to fool them, but you still have to get a little of that boy. So it was a fine line that we had to find for that voice. But I love that character. I also did Sayaka, who was not a big part. You know, I mean, she's really cute, and you know, I don't know, I wish she was a bigger part. But in Danganronpa V3, I got to play Tsumugi. Tsumugi was great. I loved her, I loved playing her, but they didn't tell me anything about what would occur near the end of the game. So when I got to that point, which would be a spoiler alert, so I'm not going to say, but when it got to that point, I just went, what? Oh my God, all this time. Oh my God. I was like, okay, my brain had to rearrange itself at that point in the game. But so I loved playing her for that reason, and just, it was great.
What about Maria in Star Ocean?
That was a really long time ago. So I gotta tell you, I don't remember her voice, but it was probably pretty close to mine.
This is the power I received from the symbological genetic modifications that Professor Linegot and his lab performed on me. I possess the ability to manipulate the structure of matter. So, still think I'm an ordinary girl?
It's probably, like Meryl in Trigun, was mostly my voice. And a lot of the time, they will cast you just for your voice. A little bit higher, a little bit lower, maybe a lot lower.
Did you ever work with Michelle Ruff, who I believe was part of Star Ocean? She was one of the lead characters, I believe.
Well, here's the thing, yeah. We've worked on a lot of things, a lot of the same projects, but you almost never see the other actors who are working on an anime with you because you record one at a time. So if my time is like, 10 to 12, then I leave, and her time is 1 to 3, I'll never see her. We're ships passing in the night, working on the same show. I did get to work on an original animation with her, so it was called, God, I can't remember what it's called, but all the actors got to be in the room, on the mics, with the scripts, and so we all got to play off each other, that's the way animation is done, which is totally the opposite of anime.
Which is dubbing.
Yeah, and games. Games are also, you're by yourself.
Your voice has been featured in Digimon, has been featured in, you been Pokemon as well, or?
I was in the recent game, I think. I played a couple of characters in that, which, let me tell you, I don't remember the names of the characters I played. Here's the thing, if you play smaller characters in a lot of different things, you tend to not remember them as much as the lead roles. You know?
You've been in so many diverse characters, so many different shows, and so many years. What would be one suggestion or one tip you would give out to your fans and or the audience watching you right now in order to get into that industry?
Study, take classes. It's not just about the voice. It's not just about doing funny voices. You also really need to know how to act, and you need to know how to take direction, because some directors will have a different style of working, they'll have a different idea of what the character should be, and you need to be able to go with that. Whether or not you think it's a bad decision, you can give your input or whatever, but you need to know how to switch gears. Okay, I'm going to act with this direction now. And it's just, you can't really go without it. I would say acting class, voice acting class, diction class, improv class, singing. Singing is so helpful because it stretches your vocal range and gives you breath control. Sometimes you'll have a paragraph of dialogue that there's really no place to stop and breathe. So you need to know how to conserve your breath and be able to get that thing out in one take.
Sort of like rapping.
Kinda.
I was thinking Emblem.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, and he was on the Oscars. I'm not sure why, but sure, okay, great.
And all the characters you voice, is there ever a character that you've can relate to or somehow impacted you?
The one I can relate to the most, I think, is Meryl. From Trigun, because she's serious. She's pursuing her thing, but she's also whacked out, and she's emotional and nutty, and so that's kind of me. I mean, you can tell that's kind of me. I would say Meryl.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been an interview with Dorothy Fahn. Remember to subscribe so you won't miss any awesome interviews, and I'll see you guys next time. Any last words? Hey, that sounded wrong. Sorry. Any last words?
Please save me.
It's like, any last words?